call Crosby, Texas. Is that all right? And this little girl always had big dreams of being somebody. But the truth of the matter is there was a lot of things that she had to overcome to get to where she is today. So I want to tell you first, if I could give a subject. Can I give a subject? Y'all go to church. Can y'all go with me this morning? If I could give a subject, I'm going to give, it was necessary. So a lot of times things happen in our life and we just don't know why they happen. But I come to tell you it was necessary. So I need you to help me out this morning because I want to walk this walk just a few seconds with you to let you understand, think it not strange the things that you go through. Nobody don't got nothing out for you. Nobody's not trying to attack you. Something is trying to be developed within you. So I'm going to lead you to the notion that it was necessary. So I can remember, being a little girl and I was peculiar and I was a little chubby and I really didn't know how to, hold my weight then. And I can remember, being teased for being smart and being peculiar. And somewhere during that time, I just decided that I was going to be quiet. Right? I was going to do the things I was going to do. I was a straight A student, an honor student, but I was just going to be quiet. And then I realized in high school that my sister was always loud. Can y'all say always? Always. She's still loud right now somewhere on the screen yelling that, yeah, that's me, that's me. And I would see her have so much fun with her friends. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to box myself in. So I began to try new things and I became the mascot. And I was super shy, y'all. I became the mascot. And really what led me to tell this story, yesterday in the hall, a girl asked me, she said, were you always this confident? And I said, no. I said, as a matter of fact, there was a time that I lost my confidence. So in high school, I kind of found my confidence. And y'all, I'm approaching 45, so I'm not a spring chicken, but I look good. You can clap. This belongs to Suge and Jesus, just to make that clear. So I found my voice and I went to college and I had a real good time. All right. And so I ended up making some real bad decisions, but it was necessary.
Come on and preach, Brandy.
So I found myself in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
I found myself in a relationship that literally sucked the life out of me.
Yeah.
I found myself not only not having any confidence, but not even really wanting to look myself in the mirror. Because I had to ask myself, smart little girl, how did you make such dumb decisions? And then I realized that I was the only person that can make a decision to turn the other way.
Yeah.
See, a lot of you think that in order to get to where you want to go, you need to do something miraculous. But I come here to tell you that really all you need to do is just stand up and turn the other way. Turning the other way is the first step of you reaching your dream. Turning the other way is the first step of letting the devil know he really didn't win. Turning the other way is the first step of you embracing the fact that that part of your story was necessary. It was all necessary. So I don't care where you are today. It was just necessary for you to get here. It was necessary for you to gain the focus. It was necessary for you to make the investment. It was necessary for you to lose the friend. It was necessary. That bankruptcy was necessary. That divorce was necessary. That failed business was necessary because it brought you where? Here today. So I found myself in my late 20s in the car with a baby in the back seat, a baby in the belly, and my purse. $12 in my bank account, which seems like there was nowhere to go. And just like the prodigal son, I said there is somewhere I can go. I know I can go back to my mama and my father's house. And so me and my kids, we just went. I don't even remember driving home. And I remember just being at home a few days, and finally I remember my dad coming in the room and he was like, "You live here now?" And I was like, "Yeah, I live here now." And he was like, All right, well, let me know if you need me to do anything. All right, Daddy, I'll let you know. And I can remember from that day forward, beginning to rebuild my life and to take those moments that I thought were going to be the end of me to just make them a stepping stone to the next step where I needed to be. And I can remember crying in my room. I would literally cry in my room, and my prayer was never, take this away from me. That was never my prayer. My prayer for a long time was just, Lord, can you just hide me under the shadow of your wings? For a little while, I just wanted to be hidden. But during that time that I was hidden, because a lot of you know you got a good thing, but you don't feel like nobody see you. You don't feel like you're visible. But I come to tell you, all he got to do is just move his wing. So during that time where he was hiding me, he was also making me. He was taking those little pieces of me that was broken, and every once in a while I would just feel something fall off. And it was like the debris of every failure was falling off. The debris of every disappointment was falling off. The debris of not being what I thought I should be at that moment was falling off. And one day I found myself being born again. Now most of you think born again always have to happen in the church, but it don't. Born again is the fact that you decide that you want to be new. Who wants to be new today? Because everybody coming to this stage today, they made themselves new. There's a thing about today. They made a decision that everything that had happened to them was necessary. Now, I never talked to Magic, but I can imagine some things happened to him. And he said, what is this? But it was necessary for him to move from the court to the bedroom. I talked to Dee, and I talked to Ariel, and I know their story. And some things happened to them, but it made them move from a 6-figure business to a 7-figure business. So you got to realize it was not an attack. It was just a setup for your come up. So today as you listen, you got to realize I got to take these things that happened to me, and I got to use them as stepping stones. I got to take the things I'm learning today, and I got to use them to propel me into the greatness that I know that I'm destined to be in. Getting money is easy. Getting peace is hard. Getting money is simple. I can teach you how to make $1 million today. I just celebrated my first 7-figure month. That's why I can look you in the eye, Alyssa Swain. That's why I can look Crystal in the eye. That's why I can look each one of you in the eye. Coach Cass, that's why I can look you in the eye. It's why I can look at you in the eye and tell you it's possible. Adrian, it's possible. What you're doing in the world's money is possible. Everything was a setup for your come up. Everything was a setup for your come up. Everything was a setup for your come up. And when people try to tell you about your past, you tell them, it's exactly why I'm qualified. And put a miss on that Smith. When you talk about me, make sure you know that's Brandy with a Y. It was necessary. My heartbreak was necessary. The miscarriages was necessary. The pain was necessary. But my pain ain't gonna pimp me. I'm gonna pimp my pain. Every day I'm gonna prosper from my story. So a lot of you don't want to tell the story. I was broke, I was disgusted, I had a real bad weave. It's real bad. I didn't know you had to put eyebrows on. I mean, I had on the dark eyeliner. It looked, I was an alien because up here didn't have no color. It was a bad season. But you know what I did have in that season? And this is all you need. I had a few good people. I had a few good people rooting for me. Even my babies. The way I pay daycare is I used to sell Mary Kay. I used to would think about how many tubes of lipsticks do I need to sell to pay daycare? how many miracle sets do I need to sell just to have a little extra gas money? And you was talking about somebody with 2 degrees. And I did everything that the world tell you to do what was right. But I still heard God calling me to entrepreneurship. And I can remember the day he said to me, are you going to hold on to $50,000 a year when I can give you $50,000 a month? And then he said, no, I don't really want to give you $50,000 a month. I can give you $50,000 a day. I can give to you unto your belief. So I'm going to leave you with this because I need to bring Lamar up. Whatever you're dreaming is really not big enough. To be honest, you're dreaming based on your old mindset and your old limitations. And I told you I need you to take a picture of yourself every month because you're going to grow and evolve. Not just because I'm telling you to, because I'm putting it in the atmosphere and it will not return void. That you are going to change over the next 12 months. So I want you to think about your goals and your dreams. They're stale. Right? And the reason why they just don't excite you anymore because they're just not big enough. So I need you to dream a bigger dream on today. Now I know Martin Luther King said, I have a dream today, but I have a dream for you too. That you will take that dream, throw it in the trash, and you will dream a bigger dream. I never thought we would have a 7-figure month. I woke Suge up. I say, Suge, they're going to shut down the accounts. I don't know what happened, but it's a whole lot of money.
It's a whole lot of money in this month. It's a whole lot of money in this month.
I'm gospel, but I'm ratchet. I'm sorry. But to be honest, I didn't dream that dream. I told my mastermind, and many of them are here with me, I told them this in November. I said, we got to dream a bigger dream. My coach, Coach Connie, was there. And I didn't even realize the magnitude of what I was saying. 7-figure months are going to come. When Sassy said she made $20 million last year, $20 million, I was here when she was making 2. Some of you guys are thinking it's going to be steps by steps by steps. But I can tell you, it can be expedient. It can happen now. So you need to get that in your spirit. It can happen. That $20 million contract, that $300,000 contract, that deal, that export, that import deal, whatever you're thinking about, it can happen now. You just got to align yourself with the right people at the right time. You have to have the right confidence. And you got to let the past go and say, hey, that was just necessary. That was just a part of my story. That's not my story. That was just a part of my story. So I hope that today, that you will take these words of growth. Everybody that's coming to the stage, I've seen them have magnanimous growth. And I hope you can see where they started. The reason why I share my $12 story is true. I didn't know what I was going to do. But now I stand here having 7-figure months. And it's humbling. Because I still remember that little girl who was trying to get her confidence. I remember that young woman who allowed people to walk over her. And I remember the days rebuilding myself. But I also remember the days where I allowed myself to step back into the light. And I allowed myself to be great. And one of the reasons why I love this room is because we continue to allow each other to be great. So look to your neighbor. Say, neighbor, it was necessary. You're coming out. You're coming through. You're coming up.